Hey guys, it's Xaoslegend again with a few beers in them again. Not too many. So I have a new deck, a new kind of homebrew. I know people say it's not a very original homebrew, and that's true enough. But it's my list of Jund. Basically, my homebrews haven't been performing well enough, and I'm just not happy. So, I'm turning to the dark side here, and I'm going with Jund. But it'll still be a homebrew Jund, at least in part, right? And it'll apply some of the things that just kind of the miser in me, the guy that gets annoyed by having dead cards in a matchup. This deck has no dead cards in the main deck against anybody. Even Ruin Blaster attacks for 2. So it's standard Jund list. I got 24 lands, and I'm running 4 Rampant Growths, right? So this is kind of the slower, meatier version of Jund, right? I'm still running Lightning Bolt in the main, obviously, because it's amazing. But I'm not running Bituminous Blast or Terminate. I don't have the money for freaking Maelstrom Pulse, by the way. I just don't. That's fucking... Sorry. Didn't mean to cuss. That card's dumb valuable. Like, 18 ticks? Yeah, what? I mean, really? Jund is good, but that's just dumb. Anyway, so running 4 Lightning Bolts, 4 Rampant Growths, 2 Putrid Leeches, card's good. 4 Blightnings, because card's good. Jund Charm kind of in place of some of these other removal cards. Helps deal with mono black, helps deal with mono white. And, to try and Lightning Bolt like your Putrid Leech in response to you pumping it, hey, sometimes that means they're going to be taking 7 to the face. Right? And it's just randomly good. You can remove people's graveyards if that's good for you or whatever. I think it's a decent card. You got 2 Rune Blasters in the mains because he's always a good miser card. You just win games with him. Sprouting Thrynax is amazing. Bloodbraid Elf, obviously, Siege Gang and Broodmate, all pretty standard things. A lot of decks run Garruk, some run Liliana. What I wanted to try for fun, and because I think it's not really that bad, because I've wound up in games with like 3 of these guys in play. It's just one of each of the Planeswalkers that the deck can play, right? So I got 1 Sarkhan Vol, and taking their Baneslayer later and preventing them from stopping you from killing them is pretty good. Etc. And giving all you guys +1/+1 in haste is certainly not bad. And then the ultimate goes off pretty quickly. Garruk, just always good. All of them go outside of Lightning Bolt range, right? Immediately. Chandra is just kind of like a slow, hey, control. You let this card get through, and you can't deal with it. Well, you're gonna lose. Liliana Vest, just a value card advantage. You can go search for that 1 card you need. Definitely good. Go search for the other Planeswalkers or whatever, and the ultimate's just insane, right? So 4 turns later you win. Sorin, I think the deck can support the triple black. I haven't had too many problems with that yet, and he's good. He's amazing, so why the heck not, right? And then I'm just running 4 Savage Lands, 4 Dragon Skull Summits, 4 Runebound Crags, 4 Verdant Catacombs, 3 Swamps, 2 Mountains, 3 Forests. And as yet, I haven't lost a practice game yet, or a practice round yet. But then again, the decks I've played against aren't that great. So that's fine. But it performs well in general. In the sideboard, we've got our removal package that you'd usually see in the main deck. I've got my 3 Terminates, my 3 Bit Blasts, which, if there are targets for them that are good targets, I'm more than happy to bring them in. Malakir, because, hey, mono-white matchup is tough, and that helps. Great Sable Stag, because, they run a lot of counter spells. Stag can help. Usually they have another way to kill it, or block it, or whatever, but still not bad. 3 Dragon Claw. I wouldn't mind 4, but there really isn't that much mono red around these days. And you can outrace them anyway. So that's it. So it's kind of an odd list. I think it's fun, and this way I retain a little bit of my my decency, my human spirit, not quite just going full board and just copying someone else's list. Like I said, a lot of these games, I get a bunch of my planeswalkers out and I just destroy them. The nice thing about only running one of each is if you draw a second one, you just play it. And then they got 2 planeswalkers, like, oh crap, how do I, which one do I kill first? While the other one's destroying them. And Rampant Growth is just because it's kind of a top-heavy deck. But, we'll see how it does in the queues. I just think it's, with all the control running around trying to make your bit blasts and terminates dead, might as well just leave them in the sideboard, right? And I can still kill Baneslayer. I can Jund Charm my Putrid Leech. I can Lightning Bolt plus Sorin. I can just straight up Chandra the mofo, etc. So, it's not like I'm just dead in the water to anything in particular. And yeah, my other decks just weren't doing too well. So hopefully this will be a change. I can actually make a profit on limited, which just means I have to win more than 50% of my games, which is kind of ridiculous because I win like 80% of my limited games or more, right? So I'd like to be able to get something similar and constructed, and it's just, if I can't do it with this deck, well, maybe I will just go to someone else's standard list, because obviously I am the neophyte in the format, and I need to learn from the masses before, I can be my own man. Oh boy, as it is. Anyway, so look forward to not getting angry and winning, and if I lose, having the mental fortitude to not react badly. And I'll see you then.